And we are live, finally. So, sorry it was a little late, just a little. I was doing something really quick just to make sure everything was working okay, so. Let's see, looks like I'm actually gonna... Hi Ash, how are you? Are you excited for some Ace Attorney? We're gonna try to clear up today's, we're definitely gonna try to get, yes, you are first today. We're gonna try to get Will Powers out of jail. Oh, I'm doing a lot better. I mean, some can argue that I was experiencing a very minor sinus infection. But I mean, I've been taking some cold medicine, and that really helped out a lot. Also, taking a break and eating a lot healthier, too, also did help a lot, too. So, I'm still on the mend. I mean, I think the other day was definitely my peak at that point. Like I said, some argue that I wasn't having a cold, but I'm pretty sure it was a cold. I know my body, that was a cold. So, let it be know the record. No, that I was having a cold. I have 2 bottles of water. Those are the waters. I don't know if you can hear it, but those are the waters. In fact, I'm gonna have some right now. I got lots of water, trust me. I got plenty of rest, and I was nice and comfy. And I heard on the grapevine that your art abilities are back. So, congrats on getting that back. I'm honestly so happy for you because I know you've been really needing it lately, so I mean, I still kind of have like a weird burning in the back of my throat, but it's definitely a lot better. Yes. Well, you're always going to be my... you're my official artist, Ash. What are you talking about unofficial? You are my official artist. And once, you know, once I can, and once I'm able, I'll definitely pay you for all the art that you've done. This is what you deserve. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where I am. But my goal is to get to that point first. So yeah. My goal today is to get through... You know what? If I can get through at least like a couple hours. I don't know. Like, I really want to finish Turnabout Samurai today, but I don't know if it's going to be able to. So, last time, we met a boomer named Old Bag, who's being a regular old boomer. And we're trying to get our boy, Will Powers, out of jail. Because that's not what he deserves. He is the best boy. So, anything new going on with you, Ash? Any new arts that you're thinking about now that you got your art program back? don't think so. Not that it's ever been revealed, that is. If she does, like I said, I don't know. Why? Well, why do you ask? Oh god, I just saw something horrifying. A really creative Usopp cosplay. That was really bad. I'm trying to find something else and that thing popped up. Only when you're able to. I don't want you to feel like you have to, you know. You may be my official artist, but you also got your own personal projects to take care of, you know? Also, I got it right. I think I've written it down. I'll get it later. It's not a big deal. I've always meant to ask, Ash, have you ever played Ace Attorney? Cause I don't know if you ever or if you answered that before, I just don't remember. It's already open. Oh, okay. Well, if it's already open. Oh, I was just asking if you've ever played if you ever played Ace Attorney before, or cause I mean it's okay if you haven't. I don't want to spoil anything for you in that case. Oh, the first and half the third game. How come you skipped the second one? So when we do this, whenever we do Justice for All, that's gonna be wholly brand new for you then, isn't it? Hey. I'm excited. Okay, so that's gonna be exciting. Oh, they weren't selling it. Well then, maybe you need to get the trilogy then, Ash. So once, or you can just watch me play, it's up to you. But personally, definitely, you should, definitely consider getting the trilogy on Steam, because that's where I got this copy. So, so yeah, just don't forget to get your own water, your own snack, blinking, get in blinky mode, get comfy, because it's gonna be fun. We're gonna try to get through Turnabout Samurai. I love that Lyft gives me an offer, but like I have nowhere to go. I literally cannot go anywhere in this town. There is nowhere to go. Unless they're gonna give me money at the end of it. I'm not gonna waste anything. But you should definitely check out the Steam game. Or the Steam version at least, because it has all three. The only thing is, it doesn't have those lovely pixels, so that's the downside of it all. You know what? I feel like we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it now. So, without further ado. Alright, did we talk to Penny? Yes, we do. There's our boy, Gumshoe. Oh, okay. Oh. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Oh god. Speaking of boomers. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from the outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Oh. Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. Alright, you better tell me it quick, you spiking hair cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays, running them. And there she goes. I'm not reading all that. Grrr! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. So we did. Well, you know. No, that's not one. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Alright. I just like exploring everything. Right to snitch. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Alright. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Paris with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Well, let's try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Well, looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number. I think it's this one. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Well, this is problematic. But wait, if it was Powers, wouldn't it, like... here's the question, though. Also, keep in mind for everybody out there, I've already played the game. But, again, if it was Will, wouldn't he have been able to fit in this okay? Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears the suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. Oh, I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Is something printed on the back? Huh? October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m. Photo number 2? What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope. That's the only one in the computer. Powers. I don't think it's Powers because, again, wouldn't that suit fit him, like, very well? Like, it would be obvious it was him, right? If it fit him. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put the security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done here for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? No, she's a boomer, but there's no reason why she would do that. Otherwise, Edgeworth might whip out more forgeries. Right? To be continued. Oh, I could have just gone on? Okay. Whatever. Game. Yes, we're saving our progress. As you should always do. Okay, so now, today we're doing the trial. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show showed the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. There he is. There's our Gumshoe. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead later to that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. And I will only say that that is a clean-ass wound. I mean, I get it because of rating issues, but like, that is still really fucking clean. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? We're good. I think I could probably remember that. So, point is, he was found at 5 o'clock. It's assumed that, or presuming that Will Powers has snuck over there hours before to kill him, and all that good stuff. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Okay, so we got that in the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh boy, here it goes. Here it goes. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. This part always cracks me up. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldback, dearie. So just call me... Okay, there she goes. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you? You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Old bag judge. I wouldn't wish old bag on anybody. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. So here's a little quick crack theory. What if Judge was the one who was the bully back in her day? Because I noticed that she was talking about being bullied. So, maybe she doesn't recognize him, and knowing the judge's one singular brain cell he forgot? Yes, Your Honor. I'm thinking too deep into us. Alright. So on the day, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Oh, no. This is the one we want. Because it's not Powers. Because like I said, if it was him, it would fit him fine. Enemy silver. Yes, yes. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. Even Edgeworth is surprised. Oh god, even though she's an old boomer, and she just brings out Edgeworth, like, it just cracks me up. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make it known that all information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't as good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Okay, so then we're gonna hear about the proof. Probably something stupid though. An old boomerang. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. Right? She's gonna get poor Gumshoe. He didn't deserve this. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. But again, let's look at the court record. Let's get a better look at that picture. If he sprained one ankle, why would he be dragging both legs, lady? Like, huh? You're on crack. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Why do you have to put it like that, Feenie? Alright. Well, I don't trust anything this old lady says, so... Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. You today, always whining about pointing fingers at that makes me want to cry. Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the still samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing! Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. That's important. I saw... Well, let's... How did he fall? Trip and fall? Yes! And to think he's supposed to be the still samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Alright. Okay, which prop did he break? He broke a prop? Sure did! His own samurai spear! His samurai spear, the murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is? Where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. Yes, it is, because they could have fingerprints in it. Or other bodily fluids in there. You could put that for DNA testing. I watched CSI Edgeworth. I know what I'm talking about. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? No, we're objecting. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. If we have to consider that possibility also. And then we update the autopsy. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it wouldn't have been the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Everybody gigs there until Edgeworth whips up the forehead tap. Also, I can't believe Thanatos took up law. Okay. No one else went there. Well, let me check something. Well, wait. Let me see something. What time did they say? 2:30, right? No, because this was at 2:30. I mean, it gets boring in the underworld. I suppose it does. Are we sure about that, Miss Oldbag? Oop, I didn't mean to check it again. I meant to press this. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. God, this lady's fucking ridiculous. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 o'clock on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yeah, there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help?
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Edgy is so on edge.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Yeah, right? Oh, God. Okay, so then what is it? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
Huh, a fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? It kind of froze on me for a second. It was so shocking. Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a very young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Well, this court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was in the Steel Samurai in that security photo? Oh, should I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a steel samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start by targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Will Powers' his baby. Ugh, and we're back. Court, we're now reconvened for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, would you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts. The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes were high enough. Who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Well, it's obviously not the assistant girl. Hello, Justin. How are you doing today? It's obviously not the grade school boy, so by process of elimination, we're gonna say it was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There is only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. That's good to hear. I hope you're enjoying my fun little, voice acting. What? Whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you! Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume that slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Okay, good. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock's Holmes II, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Well, what? What's that supposed to mean? He's really like, take her away. Take this boomer away. Oh, so you think I did it? I don't think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do
something.
Yes, he is. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? You know what? Let's press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Olbach's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. Exactly, Ash. She's like, new phone, who this? No hard feelings, I hope.
Well, wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my own man in 10 seconds tops.
What kind of life did you lead? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure?
Nothing personal, boomer.
Oh, or is it nice to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed? Then let us see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Well, yeah. Because we found the car key. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a car key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. And then FEENIE rips out his gun. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend the proceedings of the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. The puns! I love it. That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it! We got another day.
Well, wait a second! I'm not going to sit here while you... I'm not just going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldback, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? Well, obviously not Edgeworth. I just love it. And then Edgeworth pulls out his gun. Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're just going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. He's just like, I'm not gonna comment. Yeah. Hold on. Let's press. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes. Well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Okay, so hopefully now we get access to Studio 2? Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but I think we're good. Well, nah, we're good. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Court acknowledges defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings of the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, we did it. We got the second day. We got more investigation time. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Oh, should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. Now, I know, like, I'm not obviously a crime person. Like, I watch a lot of true crime, a lot of documentaries, and I read stuff and all this and that. Question to anybody out there who's watching this and who is a defense criminal lawyer. Are you actually allowed to do your own individual investigation, or is this purely for... I know Phoenix Wright is obviously not accurate at all when it comes to these... games. Obviously, it's fantasy. But I actually would love to know how the defense or criminal defense lawyers are able to enact their own investigations. I guess, obviously, I know you guys have to hire, like, forensic people and all this and that. I guess when you have to go to, I guess my question is that, what are the rules for that? And if anybody's willing to answer that, that's cool. And I appreciate it, because I honestly would like to know. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it have really been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Either do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. Will Powers is baby! Hell yeah, we're gonna keep going. We just started. Okay, so we're gonna continue. Whew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we find out about in today's trial. The director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. Well, I'm gonna talk to you, Maya. What do you think we should do? What do I... Huh? What do we do what you just said? We gotta get to the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. Then there's no point hanging out here. That's what I've been saying. Let's get to the studios pronto. I just like hearing her talk. I love Maya. She's such a good girl. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. Well, let's go ahead and move back to the studio. I don't think she's gonna be happy to see us, so... No one's here. Right. Now that they have Miss O back in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts. Oh. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Well, it'd be rude if you did. So, let's go ahead and go to the employee area, because I think that's where... Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, ho ho ho. Don't mention it. Is it true that they caught the security lady? Oh, ho ho ho. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that train. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you did work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Opag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. Oh. Did we look at the stepladder? Yeah, we did. There's half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-O Castle, Tokyo. The remains of lunch. Man, imagine having steak for lunch. God, I wish that were me. Looks like those electric powers. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Well, I guess we have no other choice. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hiya! There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. Okay. Guess we need to talk. Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camel vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Oh, she's definitely California. California girl. Alright, Penny. What do you got for us? So, how are the studios doing? There are police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left all over them? On them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or sappy pictures. You see old Windbreak's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and the producer were here on the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producers are a real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? I guess she got a lot of clout, huh? Well, I guess with her manning it, we should be fine. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Yeah, let's go. This place is deserted. Ick! Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. And then Maya pulls out her gun. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh. It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one at the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. No. Oh. I think I remember where I need to go. Sorry, I kind of forgot for a second. What the fuck? What are you dudes doing? LMAO. Oh god. Yes, I'm going to live with this guy. Yes. Yes. Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How could you not know the great salmonella? I make the late shows, the Steel Samurai? Mine! Read TFC! Read the film credits! Really? You're the Salmonella? Huh? I'm so sorry. You look so... sorry. No, quite alright, really, it's fine. We're all... What is it? You know, culture extraction.
Yeah, hot. Bleh. Hey, did you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rocks or
Rock source? What? Hey, you're drooling.
Well, but for overrun, you trigger my creative powers.
And the sad thing is, I can actually read Leet. I am actually fluent in Leet speak. Thanks, early 2000s internet.
Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai. Pink Princess, warrior of literal Tokyo. Roll fools, love my own.
Pink Princess? Why has it gotta be little old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. No, Maya knows what she's talking about here, Phoenix. This guy is something else. Oh god, he's also disgusting, as you can tell. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder?
Oh, I know what you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh?
That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. Hey, I was so busy I didn't get a chance to eat lunch. Sad face. A T-bone steak, was it?
Yeah, suckers! I hate missing out on food!
Nick, what does sex stores mean? No idea. Y'all are too young to understand. Leet speak. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you.
Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary to her. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time.
Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers.
It sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. I just have too much fun doing this voice. And like I said, the sad thing is I recognize the fucking... I fucking recognize the fucking lead speak. I tell you, I'm fluent in it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I keep forgetting the controllers.
Aha! You again! Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost!
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did! They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume, told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw that there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being a murderer.
Anyway, now this whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady is too much. Yeah, that you are, old bag. Actually, I'm curious to see what she has to, quote unquote, say. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Yeah, I think she's pretty mad. So let's move away. And then Old Bag pulls out her gun. Everybody pulls out their gun. Oh, I guess she chilled out. Hey! Hey, wait! I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Kiddo, what's your name, sport?
I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that.
Uh-huh? But you are a kid.
What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick.
Hold on.
Hippie fashion chick.
Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. She got headed to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I'm Cody Hackett. Call me Kiddo again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
Oh my god, he's a toonie. Hi, Cody. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer?
What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side.
Ha! Ha ha! You can't fool me.
Okay, then what's the last line sent by the innkeeper in episode 8?
Ha! Easy.
Like some fries at that? Not bad, kiddo.
Watch it.
What are they doing?
They're flexing.
They are flexing right now, FEENIE. Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything?
He always, the Steel Samurai always wins, always.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything.
What? But no way am I telling you, losers.
What? Wait.
Let me go.
Well, there he goes. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. Bottle? Why was it sitting there, I wonder?
Sleeping pills? Sleeping pills?
Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Okay, but what does that mean? Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post.
Hey!
Nick, that was her.
Sister, whippersnapper?
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch!
Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. And then Maya pulls out her gun. I mean, I suppose so. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to the trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Sure. We're borrowing. Actually, what does it? The security guard station. Miss Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. Okay. Computer that runs. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Okay, yeah, so we're done here. Let's go back to Studio 2. A light van for moving stuff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Oh yeah, that's right. FEENIE doesn't have a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? An incinerator. Apparently they just pulled this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it very much. Alright, well let's slide over here. There are some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Alright, well. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick! She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick! Ah, not that eager. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Okay. Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best! It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai Stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster is quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse? Yes, Beanie, get with the program. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Oh, we can't even. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. Well, FEENIE, this is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper and paper cups scattered around. And there's an aloe drink. Nothing here that could be a clue, just some paper cups and crumpled documents. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dim daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Well, let's talk to Vasquez. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai. Episode 13. I need it. can we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. Okay. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez, it's on TV. Every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to watch TV? The nerve of her! Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear? I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manetta, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Can't talk to her? Yeah, we can't talk to her about nothing. Okay, lady. The door to the dressing room is not locked. Hey Nick, let's go in. Maybe there's something to steal. Hey, we're not thieves, but we did take that card key. We borrowed that. There's a difference. That's not what I wanted. I keep forgetting. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Oh, my ass is boned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker to just look at all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Can we talk? No, we can't talk. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. Yeah, Nick, don't be culturally inappropriate. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Hey, smile, Nick. You're a star. Stop that. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with the tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected the spear stabbing wound would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Okay, so it wasn't just me thinking that it's reflected, like the color reflect the screen or something like that. Huh? What? Where's your... Well, lady is fine, but I wanna... I think she's being serious. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in! I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Ah! Aha! Found it, Nick! The script! Good work. Okay. Hey, look, that chair. Why is he so mean to her? Actually, I want to check something. Because I want to... Well, whatever. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm ready. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Barrow's lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know that there is a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that! What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. It didn't stop moving the head out of the way until after 3 o'clock. It was after 4 o'clock by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here. The path was clear. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30. The time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. when it was broken. It announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ookie. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Oh, Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4 o'clock. Therefore, we are innocent. Mr. Hammer died at Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Alright. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Days are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got 1 lead. Mia! It's you! Ash, if you're still here, it's Mia! It's your MILF. Mia, it's you. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have 1 lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers! I don't know, he didn't sound like he was gonna help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. So, do you have any ideas on who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Maya got it from. Alright, we're going back to the studios. Oh, she's pissed. Again. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, sounds like she has had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper! Hostage? The fuck? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat! Oh my, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right. She was saying She was saying she wanted to visit the studio where she died. What's this about a hostage?
When that boy was running away, he dropped it and ran. He'll come back. For this one.
It's kind of hard to understand with all the huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea.
Miss Open Man, meow! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade, huh? I wonder. Well, I guess we could give her her old card.
Hey, that's a card. Studio One?
Right, a card key for Studio One.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit him. He died. Woo. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to go. You know what? It's fine. Keep it. Oops. Nope, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I clicked the wrong thing. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sunny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal?
What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This is supposed to be the hostage she was talking about.
Right. I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Actually, it's here. Hey! Hey, you! Wait a sec. Phoenix? Was that the boy? Yes. Yeah, his name is Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Faye. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai is so cool. I think he's, the bomb. Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion is necessary. Maybe a bribe? Oh, maybe. Little bribery never... He's a Steel Samurai fan, so... Of course. Well, let's give him his cards back. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, but you are! You are? Huh? You are, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card. By offering something I already own, you're in effect issuing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Hold on, just gotta... Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever. I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Come on! Man, for a grown up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare? Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? This kid. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you? Doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? You know, you're like the first person who actually noticed that, Penny. So kudos to you. Nope, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she collapsed. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts to her clenched fist back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Well, now that you opened the can of worms... Well, wait. Now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Okay, Penny. Well, do you know anything about this? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. Hi, Ash. Welcome back. You're trading cards right now. Verizon, yes, finally they have spared you. Also, you missed the lecture that Cody gave to Phoenix about capitalism and all that. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it. That's the card I need. Oh, you don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me a, huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everyone getting so excited about? No, we're trading. Even I'm yelling at Phoenix. Like, come on, just trade. I cannot wait for the day you can trade cards in those gacha games. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay. Really? Thanks! This is for you. Cool, we got an Earth card. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, also, Mega Billiam and Ash, you got a MILF here. Ooh, that was exciting. See this card? Yeah, so wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me! Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot! No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we could have him take the stand tomorrow. Don't you need, like, parental permission for that? Ah, who cares? It's Phoenix, right? So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't ya? Oh me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what's your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is then? You know what? It's his fighting skills. Got to think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, Wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins, always! Check this out, it's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public? I always take a picture of the Steel Samurai lands the final blow, Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out. My new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? Man, this kid's gonna be a future paparazzi when he grows up. What the fuck? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Wanna hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins, always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home so I can always make another one. Well then, I'm happy to accept. Thank you. God, Cody is cute. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life! You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that what the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything! Well. You might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 o'clock. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy! He used the samurai spear, just like always. 1 shot, 1 kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means that the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client would be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal! I heard everything! This boy here is a key witness. And he's under police protection, starting now! Come on, son. You gotta rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going! What? That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa! Come on, come to trial, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? No, I believe in him. I believe in Will Powers. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Yes, we are saving. Just in case. I wanna check something real quick. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. No, we're going to this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today! It's that or lose trial. Oh, we got this. This isn't going to be easy. Save the himbo. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're going to save the himbo. It will be done. court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder who will be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or the director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of the day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on pressure. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. Yeah, right. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear everyone else ate lunch at the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Yeah, The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, Salmonella. Okay, so let's press on this. Why is this, So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Could you believe it? That must have been tough, Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, because they were lunch place around that area. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila! What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the same ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. Don't fat shame. So, when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed her down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. I thought you just said that people... So let's press on that. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Let's press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Well, oh, Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Oh no. Did we get an updated autopsy, Edgeworth? Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Waffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I don't think that it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Alright. I got questions on all of this. Okay, so what time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. It was only a 15-minute break. Okay. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The older one was D Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time. Are you sure about that? Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony at this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with the murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix? This is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? No, it's impossible. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects. But I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Haha! I thought you would be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio's mascot head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Then it shows for the love of God. Well, at least it's not an updated autopsy. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe you have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people should have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, had no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one in other Mr. Powers could have worn it in that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have an order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. The court is adjourned for recess. So, does chat have any thoughts so far? Because then Udgy's gonna pull out his gun if you don't. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in their trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a child before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing came clear in your crossing examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's check the court record. Who's to say that theoretically, whoever was in the Steel Samurai costume was the one going to Studio 2? That's a thought, right? But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. I don't know how being yourself in this situation would help anything, Mia, but okay. You are the Steel Samurai. Heroes to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Sorry, Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you can arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring up a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness say his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just cause you're all grown up doesn't mean you get to push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness! Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edward would do. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Thanatos, for the love of God, get it together. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he's had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of that in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost in the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we've seen in here, honestly. No, he's right. He's very, very right. Well, he said he didn't have his camera. Okay, so what did you mean by that, Cody? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? God damn it, Judge! His one brain cell! It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of like a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in this court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Damn, he's calling him out. Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Something's off about this. He just saw a fucking murder and he's like all cool and calm and collected. Something's not right. Huh? Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Alrighty. Then, why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops! How should I play this? Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to push this kid to his limit. I'm going to side, Cody. Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer used a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. I don't want to do this to him. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. You have ascertained that this young man is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Let's show evidence. No, because of the camera. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Because he was trying to figure out his camera. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with this operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at this critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye! What's your problem, Pop? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there's no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There is only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received the camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackett testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Oh, welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, damn, FEENIE. Oh, God. This part is gonna be hard. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just had escaped the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yup. You sure about that, Cody? Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Oh, Cody. Pobrecito. Baby! Yeah, he really did say fuck them kids! Alright, let's press on this. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Well, we gotta press him hard again. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here that I can use. Cody, Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow! This feels great. Over a kid, Phoenix? Yeah. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect that, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands to final blow. Bazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. This is so hard. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No! Wait! No way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell him, Phoenix. Tell him what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why were there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. Simply, I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never listens to anyone! Ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Witness! Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Oh, this breaks my heart. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose the fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. trying to pull right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Remember the picture. Will Powers could easily fit into that. Let's pull it up again. Let's pull it up again and you'll see my point. Let's check this out. If Will Powers was able to fit into that costume, it would fit him perfectly. But it didn't. It's dragging its feet. You see those pant legs? It's dragging those pant legs. So there's absolutely no way that's Will Powers. Why would he do that? He couldn't fake it unless he's like dragging himself, and that will make his sprained ankle even worse. Think about it. Order, order, order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Opaz said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 o'clock. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Miss Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Well, why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. Oh. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here. This is it. Baby. Well, looking at this is still a little hard to say, but that looks like a 2, doesn't it? I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix! Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. It's the 2. It's the 2. Man, this thing is so-so. It's this, right? It has to be this. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate? Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Eh? What's all this about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I love a G. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say one on the gate on the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. So the true scene is definitely Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place at Studio 2. Because the path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held at that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Mrs. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Obak saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim of Jack Hammer stole the costume. We do have proof. Remember, we found sleeping pills. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised and much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This one. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table of the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions. Yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint on the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. This court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed the new possibilities on this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we have previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended till tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. So, you know what? We might as well just finish off this episode. I'm not quitting now. What I'm trying to say, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this case. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna say we're gonna go finish off this case today. We're so close to being done. Might as well get it done. Whew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. But really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? Don't do that to poor Will. He did nothing wrong. I wasn't kidding. FEENIE! Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. Always save. Don't forget to always save. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. I want to talk to Maya, though. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal Samurai's costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP. Powers. Right. Alright, let's go talk to Will Powers. We haven't visited him in a while. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though, there's not really anything I could do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I believe in rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Not everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can't imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Can we stop fat shaming, Beanie? I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Very interesting. Well, you gotta go back to the studio. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station. If we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about here. So, sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. So he's a do-em. About Mr. Hammer.
I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My old poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Pirate's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Well, you do that. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No! No touching! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten ya. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Guess I could be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. It's Gumshoe, everyone! Press G in the chat for Gumshoe. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I'm gonna take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything is due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright? So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Well, we found evidence of druggery. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. What about Edgeworth? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Thanatos. Whoa. Talk about birds, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Well, I want your onions on this. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's child, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would have been done for by now. Oh, so it's good to know that our Gumshoe believes in us. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Wait, but WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. So either way, he would be out of work. Well, I hope he's got some money saved up. What? No! What you talking about, Penny? I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she'd say, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming this movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? What do you mean? The last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its program. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. Also, there's DVD sales, Blu-rays, merch, and then once those kids get older, you got the nostalgia. It's free money. It's free money, Global Studios. It writes itself. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words just call for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I could tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her if she'll talk. Well... What? You're still sneaking around? If you like that place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do you think made Global Studios the way what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Well, I'm going to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right! Anyways, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers? Drinking up dirt on someone's past like that? And the reason they departed, no less! Oh god. Oldback should never look at Twitter then. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' copy? Yes, we do have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldback, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof.
What? What's this little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There were traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer, Mr. Soul.
Miss Obak?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Obak?
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone.
Miss Obak.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Obak.
Here, take this.
A photograph? Oof. Wait a second. This is the picture.
Oh, this is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the firebox fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Well, we got our proof. Nope. We gotta talk to D. Vasquez about this. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. I think it's more of... It just sounds like he really wants to tell Vasquez that he ain't putting up with this shit no more. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hi. Hello. Oh, Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Okay, I saw that. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. There's some flowers here. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Oh, she means the security lady, Miss Obadnik. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I mean, we've got no other choice but to, right? Okay. What is it? What was that we were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you can control him. Weren't you? Right? That's why he was doing the kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't put anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think, it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is all this about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Let's think. What if he had let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who dropped that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence, Boris! We're about to get jumped. Who are they? Professionals. They're as good as the racing. They're good at the racing. That is, thanks. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you have to miss it. Tell me why. Why did you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming to the precinct with me now! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Our boy saved us. Hey, are you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Oof. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've always wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. I love Gumshoe so much! I can't, but we can have Gumshoe as a treat. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. And so, we are going to go ahead and go with the trial. We got this. A little longer than my usual, but that's fine. I just want to get this case over with. I really want to do Edgy's case next time. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and defense will be able to present a decisive evidence. Very well, Miss Edgeworth. Your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stage. Not to the witness stand. My bad. I don't know why I said stage. Miss D. Vasquez is the producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness say her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am the producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer of Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Ugh. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the courtroom your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. Shaking my head. Miss Vasquez about to set up the smoke alarm, right? She's huffing and puffing. I entered the trailer. Oh, a little bit before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I'm surprised they even permitted her to smoke in the building. A government building, no less. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? That van. There is a van at Studio 2. I'd had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. With that monkey's head toppling over. Okay, so we added the van to the thing. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? He's about to get boned. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Oh, there's none of them. Yet there are no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. God damn it. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Sound Vanilla. No, she was meeting with the samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't it that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes. The samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How can I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? She couldn't. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Minnie? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Because if it was, there would be blood on there. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I could prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Because remember, also too, Old Bag put duct tape on there. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the word murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest? Order! Order! So I think we're finally not gonna figure out why his wound was so clean. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you are saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yes, we can tell you, actually. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Order! Order! I cannot have order. This trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Oh! Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Emma died at the trailer as you say. Yet, the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and then turned to the trailer, and this all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting is actually lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. But again, here's my question. How do we verify that she was there? Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. In the van. Because how else? She wasn't going to carry it by herself. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your last testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put it into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to. because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? Okay, but that's too easy. So what happens next? Don't, me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as if the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, acting here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'll ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Damn it. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. God damn it, Edgeworth! Your Honor! I requested the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want to testify about? Well, yes, indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Maybe he's changing. Who knows? I was with Sal in Old Bath, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Bowers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Paris showed up. The security lady Old Bath was quite agitated.
pointing at Powell saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trader to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Why, Nikki, you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick? Right. These allegories, Maya. Okay, so why did you go back to the trailer, though? The script and your direction notes. Yes, they were quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. But press harder anyway. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have known about the murder before going to Studio 1. Oh. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. Okay, so I knew that Hanma was injured and couldn't do any action behind the scene, so I left them behind. I think you knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in that photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending. One person was injured in the run-through this morning. That morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Oh, I already said it was Dad who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known that it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah,
And when would he be doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh. Order, I will have order. Witness? Can you refute this claim? Hello, Icky Coffee. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen hard on times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing! Yes, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she hasn't murdered? Yes, of course we can. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive to this murder. And remember, it's the 5-year-old photo. Oops, I keep doing that. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Miss D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day. And Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. Well, I'm about to blow this man's mind. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of youthful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder. Well, she doesn't have one. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Yes, it's true. It's true. Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him of all those years. See, the thing about this one though, I feel like it's valid. It's a valid, not a valid reason to kill, but a valid, because in Arizona, there is a law that says if someone comes and attacks you. Oh, thank you for the follow, Icky Coffee. If somebody comes at you and attacks you, and you end up killing them in self-defense, you are essentially cleared because it was self-defense. And there's one thing you gotta understand about the culture of Arizona is that in Arizona, you can have a gun. It's open carry. And there's a lot of crazy ass people down there. So that's why they have that law. It's a fucking they think they're in the wild wild west. So if D. Vasquez had honestly just come out and say, hey, Jack Hammer came out and he tried to attack me and he just ended up dying in the process, maybe this wouldn't have blown up the way it did. But I just know for a fact that Arizona has this law, and I had to know this law because I was a young girl walking around at night on college campuses. So unfortunately, I would need to know this law. Thankfully, nothing ever happened, and I was safe for the most part. I mean, I was safe, not to make it sound like bad or anything, but like I was safe. But just knowing that you could kill, I don't know if they changed it though. They could have changed it. It's been a few years since I've been in Arizona, but if D. Vasquez had done this in Arizona, she would have been fine. That's all I can say. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. The sad thing is, my grandpa who passed away recently, his name is also Manuel. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's the Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty! Yay! Confetti in the courtroom! We did it! He's safe. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, I know why. The himbo has been released. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because Because you're popular. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid show. And as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so, he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. But, regardless, he's our himbo and we love him to death. He's baby. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more! I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick! Edgeworth! Say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth! You don't waste time. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if he hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! No, he really is. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Oh! Is this the line? Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings! He said the line! He said the line! He is saddled! I gotta take a screenshot. This is too iconic. Oh, we did it! We got him to admit that we gave him unnecessary feelings. I'm loving this. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Sounds kinda gay, Edgeworth. Thanatos. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Oh, Edgeworth, you're so dramatic. Mr. Wright? Will's like, did he just confess his love to you? Because, you know, I totally support you guys and all that. Will Power said gay rights. Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if! They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Because they're gay. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so, the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? You have to trade for Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real powers. The end. Whew. A brand new episode has been added. Oh shit. I didn't want to do that at all. Well, I don't want to spoil nothing, so I'm just going to close it out. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this incredibly long stream today. I did not plan on doing this, but I just really wanted to finish off Turnabout Samurai. Next Sunday, we're going to get started on that case. Yes, that case. That one and only case. Turnabout goodbye. Oh, I guess I didn't do the stepladder. So thank you so much for joining me. And next week on Wednesday and Friday, we're going to continue with Fates and continue on with Ace Attorney on Sundays. So thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys so much, and I enjoy it. It's all good. That's why we have the VODs, right? Bye.